So now, something quite different. I've been very fortunate to be part of the UK and London's growth in tech for the last 2 decades, I think. And every now and then you meet someone that you know is going to make a difference to the next decade. And I've had the privilege of meeting our next speaker, Kevin Zhang, who you're going to meet in a moment. And I'm going to ask him to share for the first time, so you're the first people hearing of this vision, this new vision, and commitment to a really amazing concept that is being soft launched today. It's called MixZ. And if you want to learn more about it after the session, you can go and meet Kevin and his team in the MixZ zone, which is where the teas and coffees are on your left. Just by the beautiful riverfront view. So his role will be, I think, in helping keep London's position equally high, as well as helping make sure it's even better connected internationally than it has been in the past. Please welcome Kevin Zhang to the stage.
All right. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
So they have no idea what's coming, do they? It's very exciting.
It's a little bit different.
Well, I love to be part of pioneering, trying new ideas. And I have to say what you're talking about is really interesting. But before we dive into it, just please do give us a little bit of background as to yourself.
Well, I was lucky to be in London 20 years ago to study here as majoring in electrical engineering.
Where did you study?
It's in Brunel. Yeah, 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, it's completely...
2003? You're not old enough. That's not possible. That's incredible.
Yes. And then actually, after graduate, I was thinking about how London is a really amazing city about cultural diversity. It changes me a little bit. And from industrial family back in China, after graduate, I came back to China. And then I kind of missed London. After 2 years, I came back. And then start seeing something completely new. Yeah, we actually start to actually doing a lot of cultural exchange. Now, interestingly, we're trying to put everything together into a new culture innovation center. Yeah.
Wow, well, before we dive into that, I just want to share some of the stuff that you have been doing.
Please.
You have been making videos. Actually, you've been commissioning the very high quality videos about London to share internationally, just because you care about London, right?
Yeah, that's a passion project, basically.
I mean, this is one of them. I'm so sorry about the quality. It was taken by mobile. But tell us about them, what they're about.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, after I came back to London, I started actually, London changes me a lot from industrial backgrounds of electrical engineering, actually. I was seeing a lot of interesting things in London. So we start to commission different independent directors in London to film different events or story about London and how London actually is so culturally diversified and also embracing different cultures. And then that's the passion project that starts.
And there's lots of videos like this.
Every weekend we basically publish one independent videos commissioned local.
This is not cheap to produce. This is very
No,
good
that's why we call
stuff.
this a big passion and how I really love London.
Honestly, the mayor's office should be really sponsoring you.
Yeah.
And these, of course, are seen
One day.
internationally, right? Which is terrific.
Yeah, precisely. I want to actually the world to see how attractive London is. Yeah, that's my passion.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
So the organization is called MixZ.
that's right.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what is MixZ?
Well, being in London for like 20 years, I was really feeling, the Asian concept, Asian content is a little bit later behind actually from what existing now. So the Culture Center is about to bring the top Asian companies through different industries into one center. And it's O2O model, what we call it, online and offline. So the center will be in London as the first one and be replicated all over the world. And the industry is going to be from dining, from tech, from fashion and arts, from health. So we create more like an experience center for the top of the Asian brands to come, to collaborate with the Western brands, artists, influencers. Yeah.
And so This is more than an online metaverse or virtual presence. It's
Well,
a physical building as
The
well.
physical building is the offline. The online version is to be the metaverse version of
Okay.
that.
So
it is,
I know you've been hunting for a building.
yeah.
How big are we talking?
Well, we've actually been looking for a couple of options. Yeah, it's about 500,000 square feet. Yeah.
500,000 square feet. That's a lot of building.
Yes, it's a big building, but considering the amazing Asian brands coming, it's not a big size.
So describe as a visitor to the building, what will I experience?
Oh, like I said, for now, it's like basically a strip or a roadshow. Basically, we develop a building. It's like a journey. When you come into the building, you're going to experience different cuisines from Asia, different cities from China, Japan, and also Korea, all those restaurants. And then when you're going up, it's going to be arts and fashion, digital arts, to showing different, actually, like the museum from Asian. We can't bring the pieces here, but it's all going to be digital arts over there as well. So the audience actually can experience the arts and the culture through this building. And when we go up, it's going to be tech as well, but it's more like consumer-based technology coming from Asia as well. Yeah, and on the top, it's going to be what we're saying, a city's digital experience center. Different cities actually will basically book for different times to showcase their amazing cities back in Asia. So like the audience really experience, give them a journey, basically, from the ground floor to the top floor.
Oh, I love that.
It's a whole new experience.
You had me at the food, but but this is even more interesting. Wow, that's terrific. So you've shared this idea with a few people here for the first time.
That literally is the officially first time.
Yeah, it's very cool. And I know you're looking for feedback as well. So by the way, Kevin and his team are here and they're very interested if you've got ideas, what they should be doing in the building. But what's the feedback been so far? Are people interested?
And it's quite positive, I think. That's why we choose London as the first destination, because the culture diversities. And this building is about, what are we saying, it's like East and West exchange. So it's not basically just a showcase of the Eastern brands, but it's always about collaborations. That's the keywords. We want to collaborate with the Western brands and influencers and artists to co-produce something new. For example, brands collaborations, artist collaborations, and everything which is born from this center will go online. That's why we're going to have a floor for influencers from Western, from Eastern, doing live broadcastings every day, basically showcase what's the collaboration today. Is it going to be a British brands with Asian brands? Is it going to be artists? Is it going to be Taylor Swift with J. Joe? So everything will happen in this one. So it's a content generator.
Well, I'm blown away by this already. But let's talk about the tech part of it, because obviously this is a tech conference, and it's a really interesting place for you to share this first, right? With a tech-related conference.
Yeah.
Firstly, I would strongly recommend you go and speak to the Northeastern University team, because they love partnerships that create opportunities for students.
Pleasure.
But there will be opportunities for students there, of course.
No, yeah, definitely.
In the next generation of technologies that, of course, are going to really matter going forward.
Yeah, that's what we call it Mix Z. The Mix stands for culture exchange, East and West mix. Z is representing the Gen Z, the next generations. The way how they actually live together, how they actually work together. And we can also, for startups in the building, lucky actually working with Eden Base to help to incubating a lot more startups as well. But the thing is actually, when startups coming into the building, like I said, it's influencer level floor, is going to showcasing how the startup is born and how is actually the product is going to be. So it's going to be more influential in the office.
So it will be startups that will have an opportunity to have their technologies tried within this 500,000 square foot building.
Yeah, precisely. And it's like I said, it's like a reality show. It's going to be live.
Wow.
Of course, you have to be selected content. If you want to show something, you want something. But I think now is the personal IP's age, especially for the Gen Zs. Everyone can take a videos, put it online, become influencer. And what about the startups? they need to a better showcase. And that's our programs in the building for the startup as well.
Well, I know that you've already met some of the people from the next panel, which is about Beyond the Boundaries, XR and experiential. But if there was ever a place that's going to help us figure out what to invest in the experiential world, it sounds like MixZ could definitely be it. The thing that surprised me today is you actually brought a vision, and you're showing what the building will look like in the MixZ zone.
Yeah, you have a nice pavilion down there.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but it's a great location.
It is a great location, great transportations, and especially what we're targeting now is our audience, like the next generation. So that's why we are building this community basically for them to find a new lifestyle, and also how actually we can help them to incubate, bring their personal IP to a different level. All right? Glad to be there.
Well, we're delighted you decided to announce this here. We wish you and your team the very best of luck. We're honored to be involved in it, and we want to know what to invest in the next year. So we're delighted to be involved in it. But if anyone has ideas or wants to learn more, then you and your team, you've been here all day. Are you going to be accessible for the rest of the day, or for some of it?
Drinks and drinks. Yeah, I will.
Oh, right to the drinks. Okay, that's fantastic. Please put your hands together for Kevin Zhang.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, man. Glad to be here. Thank you.